Hello, welcome to the fourth, and it will be the last part of this series of videos on fixing up an old Hagstrom acoustic guitar. Well, you know what? Now I come to look at this, preparing to cut a wider groove for a new bridge saddle. I mean, look at the size of my finger there. I realise there is not enough wood, not enough what Americans would call real estate. There just isn't. If I cut a wider groove there, the bridge saddle is going to be too close to the bridge pins on one side and too close to the front edge of the wood here, and it's going to split. That's the bad news. The good news is I have a second-hand Martin style bridge which has the same bridge pin spacing. And it already has a groove, of course. So I think the plan is I will take this off with heat and the old scraper palette knife thing and glue this on with the clamps which I have, and we'll go from there. Not great. It's pulled a tiny amount of the top off, but the top is really thick actually. Really thick. I'll measure that. I don't think I'm going to try and stick these few fibres here back on. I don't think it's worth it. Okay. Progress. So what I need to do now is find exactly the right position for the bridge, which means the strings are intonated correctly. And to do that, I want the bridge to be movable, but for the strings to be stretched to any kind of note, the bridge needs to be not pulled out of place by the strings. So I think I need some sort of temporary tailpiece to hang the strings from. Think about that. And one thing I have to do is sand down this area just to clean it up and get it flat. I'm using some medium grade sandpaper at the moment, just to remove any flecks of remaining glue and to also make the top look a bit nicer. I'm going to carry on doing this for a while, so I'm going to stop filming. So I found a bit of electrical flex, and which is about the right diameter to go through this bit of old electric guitar bridge, tailpiece, I don't know what it is, but it has 6 holes in it, and I think I've made myself a temporary tailpiece. So I'm going to try it with strings now. So this, what the Ministry of Defence engineers I used to work with would call a lash-up, actually does work. So Now I can find the exact intonation point. So this, what the Ministry of Defence engineers I used to work with would call a lash-up, actually does work. So now I can find the exact intonation point. Well, the electric flex snapped as I put the string tension on, so I'm now fabricating a wire skeleton tailpiece instead. Lots of vice and banging with a hard mallet. So, piece to camera, the work on this old Hagstrom acoustic. The list of jobs seems to grow. The more things I fix, the more things there needs to be done. So the bridge, the old bridge is off, which had this ridiculously small, can we get into focus please? Ridiculously small kind of bridge saddle made out of a piece of fret wire. And no room to put anything better in there. So I've found this bridge which I had in my collection. I think I bought it second hand from a shop in Bolton many years ago. And now I've inspected it. It's a weird ass bridge. It's Martin style, but it's somehow taller at the back than it is at the front. And conversely, the saddle slot slopes backwards. So the bridge slopes that way, saddle slot slopes backwards. So it's obviously a second or something. So I'm going to have to fix it up, correct it. And before I take the bridge off to work on it, and then in the end glue it on with cold hide glue, I need to mark this position, because this is the exact position for intonation and the run of the strings. So I'm going to bring this series to a shameful end. I realised that with all the work I have to do to correct this bridge, I've spent too many hours on this cheap guitar, and I realised I had some arch top bridges, pulled off the top of one, and it fits. So if I keep the homemade tailpiece and stick an arch top bridge on the top, what do we get? Well, we get something that works. So that's the end for now. I may come back to this one day, but for now it's a guitar that works. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye. One last word. If any of you are thinking of calling the guitar police because of the cheating and shameful way in which I ended this series, I just say you'll never find me. Hang on, what's that photo behind me? Okay, nothing to see here.